Hey there, and welcome to our next tutorial topic, Understanding and Managing Jobs on Conductor. So if you've seen any of our tour or other tutorials, you've heard a bit about statuses on the main Conductor dashboard, but I want to spend some time today going specifically into not only what those statuses mean, but perhaps how you can do something about those. So I've run some additional jobs on my account here, and let's first investigate this job number 6. I've run some scout frames and all 3 have failed. So the first thing I want to do is click into the job itself, and immediately I notice in the status description that I have run out of memory on these instances. Now, with the cost sensitivity being so high in the cloud, we obviously don't want to swap. So what Conductor does when you hit that memory limit is immediately fail the job and kill the instance. Now, I can resolve this by going back to my jobs page, and if I right-click on the failed job and go to the Edit menu and click Instance Type, I can actually change the instance for this job itself. So in this case, I can't pick any larger of a memory footprint on my 2 core instances, so let's move it up to a 4 core instance. And I go over and hit OK. And next thing for me to do is to retry those failed tasks. So let's right click again and say retry failed. Okay, now that that's retrying, let's focus on what's happened with our job number 8 here. And I see this purple status says preempted. So what does that mean? So both of Conductor's cloud providers have some version of low-cost instances. Amazon has Spot, Google has preemptible, or what they call PVMs. Conductor defaults to these cost-efficient resources, but with the financial advantage also comes the risk of potentially getting preempted. So just like we were doing with job 6, in this case I'm going to right click, and instead of retry failed, I'm going to retry that preempted instance. Now another option we have in addition to manual intervention every time this occurs is to set an automatic retry policy from the submitter itself. So let's go in and look at the Maya submitter for Conductor, and down along the bottom you'll see the preemptible flag. You can turn that on or off, and then there is also an auto retry. As the name implies, that number will allow you to specify the number of times Conductor restarts that render if you are preempted or bumped from that instance. Now these low-cost instances represent about a 50% savings, so just be aware at some point the number of retries may outpace what you would have spent on a standard instance to begin with. So I would generally recommend between 2 or 3 retries max. Okay, going back to the main jobs page, you see things are running nicely now, and if I go down to my job 6, the task that had previously failed due to the memory limit is now at least started to be successful with the first rendered frame. So I can keep investigating these and keep intervening and changing as necessary. So that wraps up our look into jobs and job statuses on Conductor, and as always you can head over to our support page if you want to get a bit more detail. Thanks for your time.